I just got done at the doctor's office. Had about half a day of doctor time today as I had to get a stress test MRI done. That requires IVs and all different sorts of things and takes far too long. I did a video on how I failed at the thing because I couldn't make it through because I had freaking MRI machine. But let me tell you how it went with the cardiologist. My cardiologist down here, Dr. Zanker, one of the best in the business, and is well known and renowned. So I'm lucky to have him. He had a teaching doctor here at Vanderbilt that was with him again. So I got a chance to talk to her today. This is to all of the people who follow me or who hear this video who have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Let's talk about hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. 40% block in my left ventricle. It shows up in many different ways, and there's different ways of having it. And one of the things that it does is it will facilitate AFib and aflutter. AFib is when your heart races up 150, 200 beats a minute and just stays there for hours and hours and hours. Aflutter is where it goes 70 beats a minute, and the next beat it's doing 130. And 2 minutes later, it'll go right back down to 70, and then it'll go back up to 130. It's fascinating. So if you're suffering from that, the way that I have for the better part of the last 20 years, in talking with these doctors, and I do these videos all of the time, they are fascinated and amazed at what I have been able to do to fix myself. 19 pills down to 4. I take next to nothing to help control all of these things. And the diet and the exercise is the key. So I got a chance to ask them about my social media and the messaging that I put out relative to those things. And am I saying the right things? Are they, as some of the top people in the country at what they're doing, am I giving the correct advice and being the correct example for people who deal with HCM and AFib and aflutter? And without a doubt, they both said the key is losing the weight. Now, here's what she said. She said, the problem is so many people won't go for a walk because their AFib kicks in, or their heart with the blockage just doesn't allow them to, and they're tired and they won't get moving. And I said, well, what can they do aside from that? And she said, obviously losing weight. So I want to pass that on to you guys, and remind everyone that 80% of losing weight is what you eat, is the calories that you eat. The number of calories that you eat, is it lower than the number of calories that you burn? 80% of getting in shape is going for a walk, going to the gym, pushing some weights around, doing some push-ups, doing some body weight squats, moving around, things of that nature. So if that's you and you are hypertrophic, you have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, if you have AFib, if you have aflutter, if you have any disease at all though, any at all, that just happens to be the ones that I have. If you suffer from chronic pain like I have, having broken my back when I was a kid, if you've been addicted to opioids like I have, if you've had all of the issues I've had, or many of the ones that I haven't, the fix comes first and foremost, as I have said in so many videos, and now it's been reiterated as I'm leaving the hospital here on Friday afternoon, is getting yourself healthy first. They told me why has my AFib gone away? My aflutter all but disappeared. Why has my heart issues gone down? Why does it all but gone away? Why does it the growth is not gone, but simply but the symptoms are? Why has that happened? Because I lost weight, because I got in shape, because I eat correctly, because I cut out caffeine, cigarettes, alcohol, sugar, things of that nature, things that might push your heart to beat faster or react differently than it would otherwise. Now, they're not on board the carnivore train, not at all. But the point being that the reality of my results cannot be ignored. And I think that for all of you who are suffering from disease of almost any kind, if you are overweight and out of shape, change that diet and go for a walk. Cut your calories back. Stop eating as much. Eat the same things you eat today, just eat half as much. You will lose weight. And losing weight is the critical piece to being healthy and finding and having success in that journey to getting healthy. Comes straight out of the horse's mouth. They're amazed at what I've done. They're fascinated at my ability to do it. And this is now the third cardiologist to tell me that if more people did what I did and have done and continue to do, they would have less patients. That's a great story for all of us. All of us can take that story, no matter what our health issues are. Being fat, being overweight, carrying all of that, it's just too much. Start fixing that, get that diet right, and go for a walk. And watch all of the issues that you have start to slowly melt away. It's magic. And again, straight from the horse's mouth, opportunities are everywhere. You got to go get them. Start by changing that diet up. Cut out that food. Eat half as much of the same stuff you're having. You don't have to go carnivore. You don't have to go keto. You don't have to go vegan. You don't have to go vegetarian. You don't have to do any of those things. Just eat half as much as you're eating, and you'll lose weight. And don't forget to go for a walk.